seen anything like that.
Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk to sports and other stuff, like gerbils. I can't believe anyone would put a gerbil in their ass. Sick and disgusting. Everyone knows a ferret is the way to go. Much thinner and longer than a gerbil. A ferret will hit all your spots. Trust me. I'm Roy Harder, and here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald, baby.
Eastside Dave. Eastside Dave. Eastside Dave.
No chanting after that introduction. I don't want to be linked to anything that Roy Harder just said. I don't want to be linked to anything that just came out of his mouth. Now, Roy, speaking of animals, look who I have with me today.
Oh, that's a big gerbil, David.
That is not a gerbil, Roy. I've told you, this is a dog. This is what dogs look like. We've had this discussion before. You always have, you have difficulty in understanding animals. This is a beautiful little wire-haired dachshund. Her name is Dolly. Would you like to say hello to her?
Hello, Dolly. What an adorable dog, huh?
Very friendly. It's my mom's dog. I am now the dog king without technically owning a dog. I have been watching this little lady, and then my kid's dog comes over, and that motherfucker, I'm telling you, I'm bonkers about him. His name is Enzo, like the fucking the goddamn baker in The Godfather. You know, the baker. I'm Enzo, the baker.
Yeah.
I'll stay here. You know, I feel like the dog should be on the steps helping Michael Corleone outside the hospital not get shot. You know, I feel like the dog should be wearing a trench coat helping Al Pacino look tough. I stay here to help your father, for your father. But this dog, Roy, Dolly, here's the bottom line, Roy. Because I'm just getting so many dogs these days, one after another. I'm like the dog whisperer. For the first time ever, because we're doing this show live right now, for the first time ever, we will be auctioning off this dog. I'm going to start with, because in case our Kentucky Fried Chicken lawsuit does not go over, I want to start the bidding at least 5 chicken sandwiches for this dog, Remember, you got me, you got Roy, you got Andrew, you got Robert. All right. You should probably maybe even get 8 chicken sandwiches. I think we could have 2 each. I know Roy's a light eater.
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian also.
Bidding going. Robert, keep an eye on the bidding.
Do I see 5 sandwiches in the chat? Let me see 5 sandwiches in the chat.
Dolly, something. Say something, Dolly, on the air. Hold on. She's going to say something here, Roy. Hold on, Roy. I can't really. Here we go.
You're my favorite racist. My favorite Nazi, baby. I love you.
Dachshunds are German, right, Roy?
That's right. They are actually. Dachshund.
Yes.
Well, jawohl. Jawohl, mein Führer.
All right, so she may or may not be on my lap for the entire show. If you see me go like that, I'm probably picking her up. I put her down on the ground now, but she's not leaving my feet. I'm telling you one thing. This is not bullshit. When it comes to dogs, I'm like St. Francis of Assisi. I can lead the dogs. I'm like the goddamn Pied Piper. If you ever needed a whole bunch of dogs to just follow someone out of your city, get the Dave Man. I'll get my fucking acoustic guitar that you see behind me right over there. I'll play a little fucking ditty, and we'll get those dogs. Because the dogs love the Dave Man. I might be the dog whisperer. I've never had one dog ever get mad at me in my entire life. Ever. I could fucking get huggies and kissies out of Cujo, Roy Harder. I'm telling you.
I always felt I was the same, David. I have a certain affinity towards animals.
You are not. You are not the same. I happen to know for a fact that while you You do well with dachshunds and German shepherds because of your Aryan heritage.
Yeah.
Some of the black poodles are not a big fan of Roy Hart.
Dave, it's great that you're good with animals, but I don't think you're allowed to call him that anymore. I think you have to call him St. Francis of a homosexual.
Oh, what the hell? I'm not even sure if that made sense. Did you understand that? By the way, Robert, you look like a former AEW wrestler. What's his fucking name? Joey Janela. Google image Joey Janela and try to get a picture that looks just the same, because right now you have a very Joey Janela type of look. And by the way, he's from Asbury Park, New Jersey, right around the corner from me. Listen, it's the Davey Mac Sports Program. Here's the deal. We were going to have my attorney at law, Neil Unger, on this evening, but he actually had to have an emergency court session. One of his, well upstanding clients. We all know.
Wait a minute, David. That just reminds me. I got to make a court appearance. Excuse me.
Not you piece of shit. I'm pretty sure your court date with Neil will be on Thursday. The way Neil texted me back, it made it sound like the guy, he had to go to court because one of his clients just murdered 3 people. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. He said he said the word dire emergency court session.
Oh,
dire.
Yeah.
So someone's getting the fucking electric chair under Neil Unger's watch. But I did say no issues, Neil. The Dave Man's a professional. Whenever in the next few Mondays, come on our show, because we have a lot to discuss in terms of me suing lots of people. We will re-examine the KFC thing very briefly today, but Robert, did you find the Joey Janela picture?
Yeah, I was also going to say, Neil, you can come on our show, but don't you come anywhere else. That's as far as we'll allow you to come.
That's disgusting. Don't ejaculate, Neil. That's what he was saying. Look at that. Robert and Joey Janela, Roy, huh?
I'm looking at the photos myself. I personally don't see I don't see the connection, but
the sunglasses. Look at this, and the tongue. Look, I mean, they look identical. Look at these guys. I can't tell one apart. Look at that.
I guess now I see it. You're right.
I think Joey Janela. I think Joey's on the bottom right, and Robert's in the middle. I don't know which one is which. It's amazing how similar they look. Roy. When Neil comes on the show in the next few Mondays or so, we were going to get to the bottom.
Neil. Nowhere else.
We don't need to double remind him not to ejaculate. Thank you very much.
You don't know Neil like I know Neil.
Please. Now listen, we have a new person I need to be suing, and we're going to do some sports talk. Don't you worry. But ladies and gentlemen, Roy Harder, you better be prepared for a little Shizer listing.
Uh-oh.
Somebody gave one of the 50,000 East Side Davidians dimed this motherfucker out. And so I got a new person on the Shizer list. Yet another person wanting to steal from the Dave Man. Robert, do you have the video of this comedian?
No, I got to fix the sound because Big A can't hear because I don't have headphones that can reach that far, but apparently an echo doesn't help. So I'm going to get on it. Can we do something else real quick?
Well, okay, but we're not playing that many videos, so Andrew, you're just gonna have to deal with bad audio quality.
Yeah, but he can't hear anything, so
don't worry.
I guess I'll play the video real quick. Which one are we playing?
We are. Oh, he can't hear us, Robert.
Yeah, he can't hear anything at all. Gotcha. So just I'll cue up the video. It'll play, and then I can go.
We are going to play the Bert Kreischer video.
I've got you ready.
Okay,
here we go.
Why doesn't Big Ace just sit closer?
You know the answer to that, Roy.
Okay, this is not the part that I was talking about. I was talking about. I was talking about the
special Razzle Dazzle streaming right now on Netflix.
That's what I was talking about.
It's snowing. Did you know it's snowing?
Someone shut this guy. Razzle Dazzle.
I've got you.
Now, Roy, bottom line, brother. One of the most popular segments of all time in the history of radio is something that I created called Board Gossip, where I would discuss the message boards on Ron and Fez, Opie and Anthony, and various shows, and then report on some of the drama that was going on. And multiple times did I use the phrase razzle dazzle. Flash forward to about 2008 or 9. Jay Moore, good New Jersey guy. He's doing the Count Basie in Red Bank, New Jersey. He's doing a stand-up set. He invites me. He says, would you like to come to the show? I go, sure I would. Sure I would, Jay. So I go there with the now ex-wife. Jay Moore says, go into that room over there. And into the room was a naked Bert Kreischer. I didn't even know this fucking guy. I didn't even know if he was a comedian. I thought he was a fucking fat mental escape patient. I didn't know. If he jumps from out of the closet in a fucking green room, he's got no clothes on. But the point of the story is that was officially when he met me. He learned about the radio legends such as Eastside Dave McDonald. He understood that I'm one of the greatest of all time. He started discovering more and more about me, according to Jay Moore. And now he's calling his fucking special Razzle Dazzle, which is one of my fucking trademark catchphrases. Might as well fucking come up with Chris Rock. Might as well have a special called Face next. This ain't happening. Not on my watch. Bert Kreischer, fuck you. You're on the Shizer list, bro.
Shizer, you're the one that reads the Shizer.
I've connected the dots for you. He didn't know nothing about nothing. Jay Moore introduced Bert Kreischer to me. He introduced me to Bert Kreischer. He said, this guy with the Ron and Fez, you got to listen to the shit with the razzle dazzle. Now here we are in Netflix, and he's giving me a razzle dazzle. Double Shizer.
Double Shizer, double Shizer. You're the ones that we double despise.
It ain't happening every fucking day. You know what I realized? I am going to be Van Gogh, and that's fine. I'll be dead. But in 20 years, everyone will notice a common link, which is I did shit first before any of these motherfuckers. Davey Mac Sports Program, Eastside Dave Show, fucking my appearances on Ron and Fez or Opie and Anthony, my work, I should say, my gig, my era of those things. One after another, always inventing, always creating, always coming up with shit. And then some motherfucker like a Bert Kreischer or a fucking Jim Rome or a Bill Simmons or a Pat McAfee rip my ass off. Pat McAfee was fucking up punts when I was going strong. I got some guy on fucking YouTube telling me I'm a fucking Pat McAfee wannabe. I'm like, that's saying that fucking Chuck Berry is a goddamn Keith Richards wannabe, asshole. Get your fucking chronology correct. You fuck.
David, you want to know something interesting? The term razzle dazzle, believe it or not, was invented in 1917, and it was a term. It was a term that was brought up. It meant basically dazzle camouflage because the German submarines were sinking too many ships. So they said, we have to razzle dazzle. That was a term they started using to change the ship's direction to lose the submarines.
It's a German phrase? It's a German phrase.
It's an English phrase that was used against the German submarines.
It was an English phrase used against the Germans. Okay. Well,
that's
an
what I meant.
Interesting little fact. Well, thank you very much for that. Listen, that might be where it originated, but as far as showbiz goes, I put fucking razzle dazzle on the map like I put face and I put dogsies. Mm-hmm. I hear there's other people running around calling their fucking fans dogsies, or is it doggies? What's happening with that? You know who you are. Then I get some of these fucking little creeps going, shut up. I do things first. Me. One of these days, people will see the legend that I am. Robert, you do, don't you?
Sure do, Dave.
That's all you're giving me? Or are you still working on that studio?
I'm dealing with a nightmare. Apparently,
he's still working, but allow me to elaborate, David.
Well, hold on. I got to hear what he's saying.
Apparently, there's an echo somewhere, and I can't find it because we don't have any fucking speakers on, so who knows where it's coming from. Big A can't hear. He's just playing along, reading lips.
An echo with what?
Gonna blow my brains out after the show, so I don't know. An echo in the sound. I don't know. I can't find it. It seems fine here. I don't see any audio going out. Don't know.
Do you have headphones on? Don't
I
we
do.
just. Are we the echo, Robert?
I have no idea. I don't see an echo on the soundboard, so I don't know what to tell you.
Roy, what do you think about
Maybe
this
there's a
echo
ghost.
situation?
I don't hear it. So
Robert, if
sounds
we
clear-
don't hear it, then I think we're okay because it's just going to record us. Robert? I
don't
mean,
know.
if there's no point in
know.
doing the show tonight, then let's just fucking cancel it, okay?
I'm just trying to figure it out. You keep rolling. Hopefully.
Well, I'm
whatever
not going to
you guys
roll if we got fucking echo all day, and then there's no
we
point
can
in doing the
always
show.
post
Well,
it in
if there is an
post, what
echo,
I'm saying.
maybe
We've
we
got a
should make
Zoom
this
recording
the-
that's good.
if there is an echo, maybe we should make this the dub episode and just get all psychedelic and weird. Like Lee Scratch Perry.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm wondering, should we continue to do the show? Does it sound like shit? I don't want to waste time. We'll just cancel the episode.
We have a recording that we will upload that will be good regardless. So
Oh, that's what I was saying too.
I'm trying to figure it out and just make sure it's good. So just we'll keep
Okay.
rolling.
All right.
Ryan
All
Brock,
right.
it says we're good. So let's just say we're good.
Okay, let's just fucking keep going for fuck's sake. If we can't get the YouTube live thing working straight, cancel it.
I agree.
Starting next week. Starting
agree,
next
agree.
week. And if you can do the YouTube live, good. If you can't, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't care about life. I am in a fucking hole of just, depression and wanting to die. So, there's no point. What's the point? What's the point?
Well,
Yeah.
you could leave it at that, or we could talk you out of the whole, David. But whatever you
No,
want.
there's a thing every fucking day. It's crazy. I'll just go into fucking sports talk. If people can hear the fucking audio, they can hear it. If they can't, they can't. Oh, well, I don't know what to do anymore. Just fucking shoot me in the head, someone. The fucking Princeton.
That would be a good time to plug your Patreon, right, David? Before you die.
Princeton. Another Jersey school for the second year in a row. The headline of March Madness. Last year was St. Peter's out of Jersey City. This year, it's fucking Princeton. It's unbelievable. The Princeton Tigers. You got the and by the way, I'm going to say for some reason they're still running that commercial, that Verizon commercial with Albert Einstein, legendary physicist, but also a guy who taught at Princeton for years. And they're trying to pass off Fordham University in the Bronx as Princeton, thinking that no one's going to know the difference. I do. I've been to both, not academically, but on a trip. And I can tell you that is fucking Fordham in the Verizon commercial, not Princeton. And Albert Einstein did not teach at Fordham. He taught at Princeton. So you know what, Verizon? Shizer your ass too.
Shizer! You're the ones that we despise.
Now, I'd like to end the Shizers right there. But Michael K, Yes Network Michael K, he was on TV the other day. Look at it. He's wearing a fucking thing straight out of Beetlejuice. He's got a black and white red flannel on and a red t-shirt. Jesus Christ, Michael. Robert, you wouldn't happen to have the picture of that? Look at that. It's the same fucking look, Roy. The plaid t-shirt with the red undershirt. Look, if you like a white and black plaid t-shirt, you're already almost getting into Beetlejuice territory. Once you put the red undershirt there, you're basically saying I'm trying to dress up like Beetlejuice today. And it was fucking March 16th. Wow. I get on the Twitter. I do the fucking side-by-side. Michael K, he likes the tweet. He retweets the tweet. Everything is going good except one thing. I was watching the show. I was expecting Michael K to bring up my goddamn tweet, play it on the air. Then I grab the fucking video, play it on the Davey Mac Sports Program, and we're like little miniature legends. I had to sit there and watch Michael K's boring ass show for 2.5 fucking hours. He didn't play the god. He thought it was funny enough to give an LOL and a retweet and a like, but he didn't play it on his show. Michael K, you're on the Shizer list.
Shizer! You're the ones that we despise.
Oh my God, David. That might be my last. That might
What
be
happened?
my last Shizer.
Your
That might be
voice
my
cracked.
last Shizer.
What happened?
Well, those Shizers really take it out of me.
Oh my God. Be careful
Yeah.
over there. All right.
Yeah.
It's like the universe is just giving us sign after sign after sign, Dave. Maybe we all go out like Jonestown, the Davey Mac Sports
Yeah,
Program.
I'm okay
Jonestown
with that.
podcasts.
At some point, the wrong person is going to piss me off. I will be honest with you. This is not a tough guy statement. This is more of a cry for help statement. The wrong person will do something and they will more than likely be beaten to death by me. That's going to happen. So I'm just like, you know, Roy, if you come over to my house, make sure you ring the goddamn doorbell. Don't just come straight in. You know, the other day I did the fucking Star Wars show, our Star Wars podcast with Jedi Jared. I did Yaddle Chattel.
Yeah.
You know that
That's why I'm going to be sainted.
You know that I was doing the before every show that I do, Davey Mac Sports Program and Yaddle Chattel and everything, I like to take a nice shower. Be nice and clean.
Oh,
that's the
nice.
that's the courtesy I give to you, Roy Harder, Andrew, and Robert, and the Davey Mac Sports Program viewer and listener, is I give cleanliness. So I'm in the fucking shower before the Star Wars show, Yaddle Chattel, available for free on iTunes and whatnot, and Spotify, etc. I'm in the shower. I hear a noise. I put the towel on. I go, what the fuck? It sounds like there's a crash. Jared's entering my house.
What? Without even knocking or ringing the bell?
Without knocking or without a doorbell. I live in an apartment. The fucking people kept the front door unlocked. And then I guess I didn't lock my door. So he just walks in the fucking house. I'm in a fucking towel. I mean, we're fucking Brokeback Mountain all of a sudden. You know, what are we going to do? Talk Star Wars and suck each other's cocks?
Yeah, it's like a porno opening, huh?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Andrew. Not even you would do that. And you're a fucking bad shit fucking psychopath. Am I right, Andrew?
You're right, Mr. Champion.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, never.
You'd never
Never,
do
Mr.
that,
Champion.
Andy. You would never do that. Now, would you
Never,
tie?
Mr. Champion.
Would you tie a hooker from Hunts Point to the radiator in your basement? Yeah, you'd do
Yeah,
that.
Probably, yes.
Well, you would do that. You would probably do that. Let's just. Well,
Yes.
how about a game of you would do that or you wouldn't do that? All right.
Okay.
You would barge into Dave's house.
I would not do that.
Not do that.
I would not do that.
You would kidnap a prostitute and force her to watch Netflix with you for 5 hours.
I would do that.
You would do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Then you would take that prostitute and strangle her with Christmas lights.
I would do that.
You would do that.
Yes.
Okay. Robert, make sure you write all of these down. Give this to the NYPD immediately after the program. Then you would take, after you strangle her with Christmas lights, you take those Christmas lights, you bring her over to the train tracks, you tie her with the Christmas lights to the train tracks, let her get run over by a train.
I would do that.
Okay. Would you interrupt? Would you barge into Dave's house without ringing the doorbell?
No, I would not.
You would not do that. Now,
I would not do that.
after the lady got hit by the train, okay, you'd take her head because, you know, her body would be in bits.
Mm-hmm.
You'd take her head and you'd carve a little jack-o'-lantern out of her
I
head.
would do that.
And you'd say, Merry Christmas.
I would do that, yes.
You would do all of those things.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you're aware those things are illegal. Are we aware of that, Andrew?
Yes, Mr. Champion.
Okay, you are aware that they're illegal and you would do them.
Yes, Mr. Champion.
Oh, yes, he says, Roy. So he said yes to the last part.
Yeah.
After I tried to get him, after I tried to notify him that these things were illegal, I thought he was saying he wouldn't do them.
Oh, big guy.
All right. So
How was your St. Patrick's Day, David?
my St. Patrick's Day was good, baby. My St. Patrick's Day is good. Listen. March Madness, that's something that my ass can get behind. Okay, I love the sports. I love the one and done. I love the elimination. I love the high pressure. It's so much good. And then it's on all day. It was on all day during St. Patrick's Day. I had a blast. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Yes, that was what.
No.
And then I watched The Departed. I felt like The Departed is quickly becoming my go-to St. Patrick's Day movie. Are you aware of this?
Yeah, I like The Quiet Man myself.
Quiet Man with John Wayne.
That's right. Yes.
I've seen it. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I like A Miller's Crossing. I like the Sean Penn, Ed Harris. Who else is in it? Great cast. Gary Oldman. You ever see the movie State of Grace?
Yes, I have. Of
Great
course.
movie there. That's another St. Patrick's favorite of mine.
Miller's
But
Crossing was a bit. It hasn't aged that well, has it?
What? Well, Miller's Crossing may be the best Coen Brothers movie they've ever made.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I don't feel that way.
What do you feel? What movie?
I think Raising Arizona was probably their number one.
Oh, come on. I love Raising Arizona. It's a great movie. It's a young filmmaker's movie, though. It's two young guys making a fun film, but it's not as epic as a Miller's Crossing. What about a Fargo, a Lebowski, No Country for Old Men? Any of those?
Lebowski. You're right. I take that back. Lebowski tops the other one.
Raising Arizona.
That's it. Thank you, David.
Robert, you're Italian. What do Italians do on St. Patrick's Day?
I worked with Irish comedian Des Bishop.
Oh, cool.
Des Bishop.
Thanks to Kevin Dombrowski, who invited me to the Yonkers Comedy Club and got me 5 minutes on the show. And Des normally sells out, but it turns out what Irish people don't like to do on St. Patrick's Day is go see Irish comedians.
Yeah, that's a rough gig right there. I mean, I'm not sure if most people want to go see stand-up comedy on St. Patrick's Day, in all honesty.
Let's just say if the people in the audience were Irish, they emigrated.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Was it really empty? Because he's a fairly popular comedian, isn't he?
Who's going to see a show on St. Patrick's Day? You've been drinking since 9 a.m. What's like by the time there's a fucking stand-up at 8:30, 9 at night, you're fucking done. You're done.
Yeah, I'll be honest. My only thing was the host, Kevin, found out that the Asian gentleman in the back drove a school bus for a living, and then he went to make fun of him, and he was like, nope, it's for special needs kids. And Kevin was like, oh, you're the best guy in the room. And I just went on stage and pointed out that nobody was going to dig into why the Asian guy drove the special needs kids. Like, maybe if they crash, they won't be able to say what happened. And the audience was into
good.
it.
I like that.
Yeah,
You gave
so
yourself 5 points. That was good.
Count it, baby.
That was good. That was good. All of that nonsense at the beginning where you run around, you're sweating, you're causing panic. You're forgiven because of that little,
quip.
I mean, let's just be honest. Not the greatest drivers. That's all, right? I mean, we were okay. Yeah.
When he started, Dave, it was a normal size bus. Now it's a short one.
Jesus Christ. He's so bad. He's so bad at driving. I don't know how he got the bus shorter then. No, listen to this fucking shit. Listen to this. This bitch is going to be a problem for ESPN. Her name is Ashley Brewer. I've been seeing her lately on either late night, like really late night sports centers. She's a sports center anchor. God bless her. Beautiful blonde lady. So many sports networks have to have the beautiful blonde lady. It's just critical that they have the beautiful blonde lady. And she certainly fits the bill. We've seen ESPN have these type of women before. But she's one of these who was already getting on my radar in an annoying way, because this girl is about the whitest looking human ever, has a very white, rich, God bless her, by the way, but just a very white type of presentation. And yet she tries to do the street lingo. She tries to, it is so cringy on ESPN when you watch this girl, Ashley Brewer, do fucking sports highlights. You'll hear shit like, and shit that's antiquated. You'll hear her be like, ooh, LeBron James with the dunk, and oh, LeBron's the bomb. and you're like, LeBron's the bomb. Like, and it's one after another. She thinks she's fucking Eminem, for Christ's sakes. She's got one goddamn fucking urban fucking phrase after another. And meanwhile, that's what she looks like in the middle. You know, she looks like she came out of Wyoming or fucking, I don't goddamn know, Iowa. She don't know shit about shit. Well, now Ashley Brewer had a little thing. She deleted this tweet.
Uh-oh.
So you can't look it up, but I'll read it for you because they found this tweet before she deleted it.
Well, she got a little too urban?
No, she's on American Air, and she says she was upset because her flight was delayed a little bit. She's a talentless, good-looking twat who already probably gets overpaid by ESPN when they should be paying me all of her money. And she already has a blessed life. And here's what she writes. I only get to see my fiance for 24 hours. Now it's only 22 because American Air attendants are being petty. I guess the issue was there were some American Airlines attendants that were squabbling back and forth. And so the plane was being delayed. But nevertheless, Ashley, fucking read a magazine, fucking watch a movie. Just give the whole thing about I only get 24 hours to see my fiance. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woe is me, sweetheart. Woe is me. I'll fucking, yeah. Only 24 hours to see your fiance. That's the worst fucking thing that's ever happened to you. Huh?
Fiance's probably psyched.
Huh? You know what's the worst thing that ever happened to me, Ashley? My fucking brother hit me in the car with a goddamn car because he was mad because I beat him in fucking Nintendo baseball. You know what was a bad moment in my life? When I drank pesticide and almost died of poisoning. You know what was a bad moment? When we lived in Newport Beach and there was a gate to the harbor that was left open so a 2-year-old fucking Davey Mac walked out into the harbor and fucking drowned in the waters. It was blue, for fuck's sake, and they had to shock me back to life. You don't see my ass complaining.
Yeah. Remember that time you almost OD'd on the carbon monoxide while you were camping, David?
Carbon monoxide. I went to Bonnaroo. I took a fucking, I slept next to a camper. And my goddamn friends who were in the camper, those idiots, it got too hot for them in the middle of the night. So they turned on the camper and the fucking exhaust pipe went into my tent and nearly killed me.
Yeah.
But this fucking bitch hasn't seen her fucking fiance in 24 hours. Give me a break, man. Roy Harder, you know what type of show it is. Tonight, Ashley Brewer, Shizer.
You're the ones that we need to spice up.
I told you I was coming in hot tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I told you. I tell you what I tell you.
You did tell me, David.
All right.
I just got to suck on a little lemon tea here to kind of get the vocal cords.
Robert, do you know anything about Ashley Brewer?
No, but she thinks she has it bad. She should have been here when we were having an echo, and I couldn't figure out where it was.
I know. Never have I seen someone who gives me less calm and confidence as a producer when things go poorly. When things go poorly, Robert is a great producer. I want that for the record before he gets mad at me. The videos look great, content, everything. But if sometimes, Robert, when things go a little bit off, you tend to it's
Leap
like a
to
comet.
suicide?
Yeah.
That's my go-to. The other day I couldn't figure out my AC and it was too hot. I was like, I should just kill myself.
Yeah, but I mean,
real
I'm
quick.
already on the verge of that. So now I've taken that spot now. So I need you to be like the assuring, don't worry, Dave. We'll get everything under control, even if you lied to me. Just fucking lie. I don't care.
I used to do
really
that to you.
He does it to me all the time.
All the
That's
time.
all Roy Harder does is fucking lie to my ass.
Yeah, it's all good,
That is a
David.
good point.
David,
Yeah,
you're
and just-
right.
It is going to work out in the end. Everything's going to be okay, Dave.
Well, now all of a sudden I'm feeling good. I feel like everything's going to be okay. Yeah.
Everything is going to be okay. Just to answer one of the questions while we're on the subject of sound, the reason why Roy's piano doesn't work with Dave's singing is just because we hear and see Roy's sound at the same time doesn't mean it's in sync with Dave's sounds. That's why we can't always sing in rhythm, contrarian. So it's not, while it looks the same, it may not always be in timing. So we're getting there. We're working on tools. We're almost there.
Everything's a process.
Right, Dave? Because we are this close and it's going to be okay. It's all going to work out. Right, Roy?
We are rather close. I do feel like everything's going to be okay now, Andrew. Andrew, what are we drinking of?
You know what, David? I got to tell you something really quick.
Hold on, Andrew. When Roy's obviously trying to talk, let him to fucking talk. God damn it, the timing. The fucking timing here. One person at a time. We're not one of those shitty podcast shows where you got 9 fucking squared heads and they all suck. Each one more. By the way, I saw a fucking commercial for a podcast that had no less than 12 people as guests. It looked like a fucking corporate Zoom meeting that I have to go to. Yo, word of advice, if you're a podcast, if you need more than fucking 5 people, you suck and your show sucks. You have no confidence in your ability to come up with talking points and conversation for an hour or 2 hours, period. That ain't my case. We fucking had our guest bail out a minute before the show. I had a fucking entire episode written for Neil Unger today. An entire goddamn fucking episode written for my little Jew lawyer. And he fucking bails out on me because of a fucking emergency court situation. No big deal. Neil will be on, but we will still rock and roll, even with Robert's mental breakdowns and Andrew's alcoholism. What is the drinking you're doing?
Drinking Heineken.
Heineken.
Mr. Champion.
Heineken. Is that a new brand for you?
I guess it's whatever the bodega he was able to sneak out of the bodega before they caught him.
Whatever he was able to shoplift, huh, Andrew? Whatever the fucking 5-finger discount could get you, huh, buddy? You goddamn thief. Now listen.
I still don't know how Big A can hear you. I turned off all the speakers and he doesn't have headphones, Dave.
Big A hears everything.
He's got the force.
I'm missing.
He's got the force. By the way, just in case people forget, I want to point something out with this Ashley Brewer of ESPN. I want to point something out. I always call it first. Who was the chick? Wendy Williams. Remember we did a thing on the Eastside Dave show where I said I was watching Wendy Williams and she was clearly on drugs. This was a good 6 months before she literally had to leave because she was on drugs. And I was saying it before anyone. I told you motherfuckers before everyone else that Ellen DeGeneres and Jimmy Fallon are fucking egotistical, arrogant, elitist twats. Met them both. Not one of them came across as nice. You know why? Because when your whole fucking brand is nice, I'm the nice person, you never are. Never. Tom Hanks is a nice guy, but
I can vouch for that, David.
No, but for instance, Tom Hanks has the nice guy reputation, but that's because other people give it to him.
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres had branded herself as the queen of nice, and Jimmy Fallon is the aw shucks, the hands in his pocket. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'm fake shy. I'm the fake shy Jimmy Fallon. I'm fake shy. I'm fake, I'm just a regular guy. Don't you fucking believe that, folks. I met Jimmy Fallon at the end of Unmasked at Sirius XM. What an egotistical cunt he was. A flat out twat.
Wow.
Piece of shit, Jimmy Fallon. I told you I'm coming tonight. I told you I was bringing the pain. You know what, Jimmy Fallon? Shizer your ass.
Shizer, you're the ones that we despise.
Who else wants some tonight? You want some, Andy? Huh?
Yes, Mr. Champion.
Wait, yes.
Yes.
You were supposed to say no to that. That was supposed to be a no situation. Like, no, I don't want any of that, Mr. Champion.
I'm a
Nevertheless, Andrew,
pussy.
He just called me a pussy. The fucking Heinekens, Roy. This is the issue. We got that squad in that vicinity. You got Davey Mac over here. There's sometimes a little bit of beer. Roy, for these shows, you don't smoke up anymore, right? Before the show?
No, I don't actually. I may take a puff on the weekends, but typically I'm pretty much sober living.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm taking a break for a while, and I started taking a break, and it's doing me pretty good. It's helping me out.
God bless you. Maybe I'll do that.
Give it
But
a shot.
I'll tell you who's not doing it is Robert and Big A, Andrew Gold.
No,
Those
not
two
at all.
guys. When I
What are you
watch them,
talking
it's
about,
like watching Hunter S. Thompson and his lawyer, for Christ's sake.
What are you talking about,
I
Dave?
feel, I feel like I'm watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the podcast.
What are you talking about, Dave?
We're
stone cold sober over here.
And Robert
Yeah,
has a
Dave.
detractor in one of the Davey Mac Sports Program audience members. Kevin Flynn thinks Robert smokes too much weed on air. And I'm like, I can't control what they do. They're in their own houses.
Roy, Dave had to tell me not to buy a smoke machine.
I did. Because I always care about the audience, I mentioned it to him. I said, look, I saw this on thing. Maybe if it's bothering somebody, you might want to take a couple hits off the fucking camera. But as far as do I care? No, I don't. The Knicks need to go 8-2 to win 50 games this season. Nobody saw this coming. For me, this has been maybe the sports story for me personally. I know not everyone is a New York-centric sports fan or a Knicks fan, and I understand that. But you have to get something. The Knicks have been a disaster for 20 fucking years. Just pitiful. I'm not talking about just not being in the playoffs. I'm talking being really, really shitty at basketball, having bad basketball games to watch. Guys who can't fucking score the ball, guys who can't get a defense. No, Davey Mac trademarked phrase, no razzle dazzle. Just shitty, boring, awful, inept basketball. This team is fucking great. I love this team. I'm behind this team all the way. This is my favorite team right now. And I'm still loving the Yankees and the Giants and everybody else. But this Knicks team is special right now.
Dave, can I ask you a question about your Yankees?
Well, I guess.
Do you think they have the best reliever in New York City right now?
No.
Going into the season?
Oh, well, now Edwin Diaz fucking tore up his knee because of the World Baseball Classic, they might. Edwin Diaz was spectacular for the Mets last year. Bobo, once I heard that attorney at law, Neil Unger, couldn't do the show, I offered Bobo, can you come on the show real quick? I didn't get a response. What's that?
Same IQ.
Yeah. But I didn't get a response. But my philosophy was going to be to just destroy him about Edwin Diaz, and just mock him because his closer is out because of this fucking WBC. That's actually Roy. What were you going to say?
I'm going back to the Knicks, David. For the non-basketball fans, when you say the Knicks need to go 8-2 to win 50 games this season, what does that mean exactly?
8 wins and 2 losses.
8 wins.
2 losses.
Andrew, tell him.
8 wins and 2 losses.
So why wouldn't you just say they need to go to win 8 games? Why put in the 2 losses?
Well, that's the record. I mean, there's 10 games left. I suppose I could have phrased it. They need to win 8 of their last 10 games, but it is the same thing. I mean, if you're a sports fan, you understand that every team has a win and loss record, Roy.
Okay.
Every team.
Okay.
So when we say like the Yankees are 50-28, you know what that means?
We're
15 wins
the show.
and 28 losses.
Yes, correct. But I said 50, 50.
I'm sorry. That was a Robert's audio problem.
Don't worry.
At 2, harder. At 2. On the Ides of March.
All I hear is an echo.
Some of this is some of this, I hate to say, Roy, is very basic sports language.
Yeah, but I want to break it down for the fans that maybe don't know all about the sport.
No, they know.
Bring them into our show.
Well, no, they know. The fans
Roy
know.
Harder.
That's the thing. Yeah, they know.
For Roy Harder.
They know. They know more. Yeah, they know what they know what 8-2 means. If I say the Knicks need to go 8-2, trust me, the Davey Mac Sports Program, they're able to decipher that very complicated phrase.
Maybe these listeners have girlfriends that maybe not as sports savvy.
All right, listen to this. Listen to this. I am in shock about this. Another fucking Shizer entry.
Oh God,
my
I don't know if
It's
Roy's
like
voice
just-
can handle it.
Hold on.
Try to kill Roy tonight. Oh my God.
Stretch, BA.
Stretch.
I'm getting this.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting this because
Oh, that's a big ass.
if this continues, it's going through right here. Live on the Davey Mac Sports Program. I have to. If this continues. If people keep disappointing me and letting me down. You know, when I was born in 1977, Roy Harder, the Yankees had just won the World Series. And Reggie Jackson, number 44, right fielder, MVP, just got a candy bar named after him called Reggie Bars.
Yep.
And the Bronx was on fire. The Yankees won their first World Series since 1962. It had been their first series in 15 years. Everyone was excited. It was the birth year of Davey Mac. And you know what and fucking Reggie Jackson went into the Baseball Hall of Fame as a Yankee. He played on the A's, the Angels, a couple other teams, but he went in as a Yankee. Okay? He's considered to be a Yankee legend. Now, who is the team that cheated the Yankees out of the World Series in 2017, possibly 2019 as well? The Houston Astros. And guess what I just found out? Reggie fucking Jackson has left the Yankees to work with the Houston goddamn Astros.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
Holy shit.
Now, apparently, he started doing this last year and it was under my radar. But I'm not into this shit at all.
Oh wow.
Another motherfucker who just disappointed my ass.
Wow, man.
Wow, man.
Hey, Dave.
Reggie Jackson, why would you do that? You
Mr.
understand?
October.
Do you understand, Reggie, that being a New York sports icon is simply a million times better than being a Houston sports icon? When you are Reggie Jackson and you have access to all of Manhattan and the Bronx and New York City, you're a baseball legend for fuck's sake, and you won 2 World Series and an MVP with the Yankees, and you went into the Baseball Hall of Fame as a Yankee, and now you're playing this fucking Houston Astros shit, which, let's be honest, right now, while the Yankees and Red Sox will always be rivals, for the last 6 years, the Yankees' number 1 rival is the Houston Astros. They've knocked the Yanks out of the playoffs 3 times.
That's right.
So this is like fucking ridiculous. You know what, Reggie? I used to like you. I used to support your assassination attempt on the Queen. But fuck you. Shizer.
Shizer. You're the ones that we despise.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I told you I was bringing it today.
What if he's a double agent, Dave?
Reggie's a double agent. I'll put the knife away.
Because he could be getting them back for stealing all the stuff from the Yankees. It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna work out, Dave.
Gonna be okay.
Reggie Jackson.
It is
gonna be okay.
All right. I think
And if
it's gonna
not-
be okay, Roy. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm feeling a little bit better right now.
I always like the Babe Ruth better than the Reggie Bar anyway.
Very good. Both. I mean, I will say this: the Reggie Bar is far superior to the Lou Gehrig, though. I mean that thing.
And don't
I
get
don't know
me
if they
started
put too
about
much caffeine in the Lou Gehrig or what, but every time you bite into it, you start shaking. You start shaking like a maniac. All right, that was terrible.
Don't even get me started about the Magic Johnson cookies.
Did you call the Magic Johnson cookie?
Yeah, AIDS was
No,
the name
but-
of a diet cookie before it became the symbol. For
No.
Cookies.
I'm laughing because that was the name of his wife, Cookie
Oh,
John.
that's even better. I should have just let you talk.
So that's all the shit that's going on. Does anyone have anything else? I mean, listen, I told you we're doing a fucking quick show.
Yeah. I trimmed my beard, David. What do you think? Is it too short?
Again?
This is the topic you've brought to the table.
You said bring some shit to the table. I'm bringing something big.
All right,
I trimmed
hold on.
2 inches off my beard, David.
I've got a question, Dave.
Your beard's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
How do you get it to go out like that? Like,
Gotta comb it.
How do you mean go out? That's how it grows.
He brushes it.
I just
let's
brush
say
it in the
yours
morning.
grows in as some would describe as a trans man's beard. How would you get it to grow out like that, Roy?
Guy gets
I'm
thick.
asking for a friend.
Well, I know you're asking for yourself because you have the Salman Rushdie beard because you look like Salman Rushdie. So here's what you got to do. You got to get some beard oil. There's beard products. You got to get a fucking beard brush and some beard oil and work on that shit, Salman.
I know Neil's not here, but I'd like to call witness Andrew Gold. How many beard oils are in that bathroom, buddy? Just ballpark it.
A lot?
A lot.
Over under 4.
I think over 4, right?
I'm trying, Dave.
He asked you
every product.
He asked you for confirmation too. He wasn't sure. 4, right, Robert? Am I right?
You know.
Just tell me I'm right.
My landlord had a lady friend that used my bathroom, and she was like, "You've got so many hair products and so little hair." I'm trying here.
Robert, truth be told, I wasn't able to grow a beard until I was probably 30. Just so you know.
What?
That's incredible.
What?
I'm 30, and
What
this is my hairline, Roy.
Look at that.
I'm 30.
That's why you should put the glasses on and be Salman Rushdie.
That's why I should put. Never mind. I'm not doing it on YouTube. But you get where that was going. It was like when I was panicking earlier.
All right, listen. Andrew, how about something from you before we leave? We told you we're going to be fast tonight and next week. One of the next 2 or 3 Mondays, I'm sure my attorney at law, Neil Unger, will be on the show. And we do have a very special episode planned for Neil. Going to ask him all kinds of legal counsel, legal advice, and have a lot of funness prepared for Neil. But, we're doing our thing. And I actually thought, you know what? We scrambled and we made do, peoples.
Yes.
Now, Andrew, anything from you? Have you been watching any basketball at all? Either pro or college?
Yesterday, I was watching Kentucky and Kansas. Hey, that was a great game.
That was a great game. Yeah, no, listen, March Madness, it really is one of the best things in sports.
What is that, basketball?
Really, yes, the men's NCAA basketball tournament.
Oh, okay. I just want to confirm, we may have some females listening.
We may have some We may have some listeners who don't know what March Madness. So now every fucking sports term has to be fucking and that. Most people have so much more sports knowledge than you. You're putting your sports knowledge base on everyone else.
Yeah, it's like
that's not a wise idea. And Robert fucking exhales with some weed, and I think that's just the way to end it.
What? What?
No, we're sober over here, Dave. Sober house.
Yeah, totally sober.
God bless you, boys.
Dave, have you listened to? I've got a potential next controversy. Have you listened to the Sue Bird Diana Taurasi commentary?
No,
at all.
No,
because
I obviously both women are 2 of the greatest basketball players of all time for women's basketball.
They are 2 of the most entertaining conversationalists about the game while watching the game. It's just they're not used to, FCC rules or.
Do you have an example?
It hasn't happened yet, but one of the guys who produces for him was like, "I don't think there's a dump button long enough for these gals."
Oh boy! Wow!
Oh my God!
I want to hear them though. I want to hear what they sound like now.
I will find some clips for next week. That's a great teaser,
for
huh?
next week. Give me the clip.
Yes.
I can't tell you how they sound if I don't hear them, but I'm interested now with that description. All right, that's it. I gotta do things. I have to contemplate my life. I'm feeling a little bit better.
Don't forget to feed the dog.
Everything's gonna be okay, Dave.
I'm gonna show you the
Hello,
dog.
Dolly. Hello, Dolly.
I'm gonna show you the dog one last time because you deserve to.
Stretch.
Look at this. Look at this dog right here.
Oh, look at that cute
Hello,
little guy, huh?
Dolly.
That's a long-haired dachshund. That is a cute dog. What does she do all day long by you, David? Does she just sit there and cry?
She goes
or-
everywhere. Both dogs, I told you I'm the Pied Piper. All they do is follow me everywhere I go. They just follow me from room to room. When I go on my bed to take a nap, they got to do the nap right by the Dave man. I must have some So it's weird. I unnerve lots of human beings with the volume and this and that, but for some reason dogs like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they see me as like a dog, just like in a human form because I'm loud and shit. Like I don't know what's happening, but I'll tell you,
Amazing.
this dog is great, man.
Oh yeah, I could tell. I could
Yeah.
tell. What a good.
I'm
what a
just
good
wild
boy.
about Harry, and
Every-
Harry's just wild about me. All right, come on, let's go.
Every
Get
time you put him on screen, Big A's stomach growls.
And that's why we're gonna end the show. Because Andrew, you are not eating another one of my dogs. Okay, we're not having
What?
that incident again. You know what I'm
What?
talking about. You know what I'm saying.
What?
Now listen.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Big A Andrew Gold, for being here with us tonight.
Mr. Champion, what's happening in almost a month?
I don't know what's happening in almost a month.
March
420
Madness, or is it
420
April Madness?
Are you plugging 420? Are you a
No.
pothead?
No, IWF.
Oh yeah. Well,
April
of course.
15th.
We're doing a wrestling. I'm going to be doing another wrestling event, obviously, with the IWF, the Independent Wrestling Federation, based out of North Jersey. This one will be in Nutley. For tickets, campiwf.com. Thank you for plugging my wrestling appearance, Andrew.
Of course, man.
Robert, anything?
Yeah, me personally, this weekend, Friday, I will be at the Eichelberg Theater in Hanover, and Saturday I'll be at the Reading Civic Center, featuring for Earl David Reed. So come on out if you'd like to see me.
Woo, yes.
That's
Sounds good.
gonna be a fun time. And Dave, where should
sir.
people subscribe if they really like you and they want to give you a couple of extra bucks? And what would they get for those couple of extra bucks?
Patreon. What's the name of it though? Patreon. Yes, it's Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon.com/Eastside Dave. Just look us up. We are obviously having an introductory tier of $2.50, which just pretty much says that, you know, you're supporting us or supporting me and what we're doing and what we've been doing for all these years. I will say, even that very introductory tier gets you the access to the shows, sometimes an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes even 6 hours before everyone else. So there are little benefits. We are going to be adding new things. And for the people wondering about the project where we're going to discuss my 9 years at satellite radio, I have very good news for you. I'll share that with you right now. I got the artwork from Coke Logic. And so now that's one of the last 2 or 3 remaining steps to get that show done. We are looking at getting that show off the ground in April. Next month, we are looking to do the very first episode of Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite.
Yeah. Woohoo.
With a poster and everything. And it's going to be great.
Wow.
We're just going to 9 years. I did a lot, brother. A lot. Opie and Anthony, Ron and Fez, a special delivery with Sam and Dave, Davey Mac Sports Program, XL, on and on and on. So we're going to cover it all. We're not going to go in order. We're just going to find themes, find storylines, find arcs, find famous or infamous or notorious moments, and discuss them, break them down, and have a really cool show. But that's going to happen in April, okay?
Maybe find out something about ourselves in the process.
And maybe find out a little thing or two about yourself in the process. I know I will be. I know. This is going to be a very therapeutic show, and also will be a show where I feel like I'm going to need to take out my notebook here, and I call this. This is my notebook that I fill up with people who I need to kill.
Oh,
So
wow.
as you can see, a lot, and as you can see, the notebook is growing. Like by the day, the notebook just continues to grow. Yeah. There's a lot of people in this book. So there's going to be some interesting developments from Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. I cannot wait to get that started. That will be in April.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you said that's going to be therapy, right? Because a lot of people in the chat are saying I need therapy, so that'll be good for both of us.
That will be very good for you, for me. We both could benefit from therapy. It's time we look at Roy. You're doing therapy now.
Yes, that's right, David. Tuesday.
Should I do that?
Oh, you should definitely. Yeah, Tuesday, March 21st, I have an appointment with my therapist, and on the 23rd of March, I will be appearing at my physical therapist at 9 a.m.
You're plugging your doctor's appointments, Roy. When we promote, when Robert promotes, it's a comedy, act or a night out, a comedy club. Andrew's got his photography.
Yes.
You were just promoting your doctor's appointments, your private doctor's appointments.
That's all I got, David. Sorry, it's a slow week.
Let me go. No more. I want to thank you people for the episode tonight. I must go at this point. I must leave, but I will thank you. Big A Andrew Gold, Roy
Mr.
Harder,
Champion.
Robert Tamburo, the producer. Fantastic job, boys. And thank you so much to all the Davey Mac Sports Program viewers and watchers and everyone watching on YouTube. And so I guess we'll be here next Monday, Robert.
We'll be here next Monday. And if you missed the first part of the audio tonight, it'll be clean when we upload it for tomorrow morning. So just check it out then.
I will absolutely say, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Tamburo is the one to give credit to. He has been doing such a great job with the yes, you have. With the post-show editing, it's not only looking good and sounding good, it's very fast. Sometimes I'm even able to post the show the night of, which is pretty fantastic. So I will say that, Robert. All right, listen, we got to get out of here. It's time. I want to thank you all. Next week, same time, same thing. We will see you on YouTube at 7 p.m. It looks like live next Monday. I'm Davey Mac. It's the sports program. Good night, everybody.
Oh, Dave, real quick, one thing.
Oh.